Yo, Breezie.
Yo.
We got 9 down, 8 more to go. You ready?
8 to go, baby. Let's get into it right here on the BAM Show. What's going on, everybody out there? Welcome to the BAM Show. It's your host, Wayne Breezy, Mike Andrews on the ones and twos. Yeah, boy. What's good, Mike?
What's going on, baby, man? Yeah, man, I've been throwing them up a lot, man. I got a lot of weight coming off me, and I'm not talking about physically either. I'm not talking about physically. I'm talking about like mentally, like work. I'm slowly getting there. I'm having a good time too.
I see the smile. Like that's a good thing. The smile's a good thing.
Yeah, and man. Absolutely.
It's a good thing. It's good to see you smile. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to the Breezy Bunch crew in the building right now. Listen, Mike, we changing things up, and I kind of gave them an intro on how it's going to be so that people aren't alarmed when they see some things changing over this upcoming week or whatever. So I don't know if you want to talk to them a little bit, but I let them know, look, we're going to get the BAM Show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday exclusively here on the Wayne Breezy channel, and they're going to get the No Harm, No Foul show exclusively on the Nothing But Niners channel on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yes. So, couple changes coming. I actually even announced that I'm going to start doing a lot more on my Patreon. But needless to say, guys, if you were looking for the content, I know there are a lot of faithful people in the Breezy Bunch who do not subscribe to the Nothing But Niners show. You guys got the whole first year for free. Double stream the whole first year. So now we're going to split it up. Hopefully y'all have already subscribed to both channels, so y'all won't miss a thing. It'll still be daily. It's still happening every single day, 4 p.m., same exact thing. But we're going to go back to No Harm, No Foul over on Nothing But Niners. See all the ends lining up over there. And then we're going to go back to the BAM Show on the Breezy Network. So that's how it's done. That's how it's going to work. So every other day, y'all going to have to go back and forth. Keep the notifications turned on. You won't even have to worry about it. Just click go.
Click. Boom. There it is. All right, Mike, listen, some breaking news, man. Spencer Waggy was just
got waived.
Waggy waved. Waved Waggy.
Who tried to tell me that this dude was going to make the 49ers roster?
I don't think
it was somebody. It was somebody out there.
I don't know.
It was somebody out there because they tried to argue me about the dude's name. They tried to tell me that his name
sound like me, right?
I don't know, but
I don't remember saying he was going to make the roster, but not recently. But he did. He made the practice squad last year.
Yeah.
From North Dakota State, right?
He did. I want to be clear, by the way, I see some confusion going on there. I threw the link in there. Nothing But Niners, the channel you guys should subscribe to. And there's bonus content on the Patreon. But this show will continue every other day, so Tuesdays and Thursdays on Nothing But Niners YouTube. I wanted to be very clear here.
Clear. All right. Look, the Niners.
Can I ask you a random question? Oh, yeah. Wait. Well, you figure talking about Wagyu, wage.
Well, I mean, Waggy he was waived. Like I said, he was an undrafted guy last season, and he made the practice squad. I'm curious to think that Evan Anderson, the undrafted guy this year, will he have an opportunity? Once rookie minicamp starts, he's going to be able to put out some film. It's nothing. Listen, they're not going to be in pads, but they will be working out and running through installs. Let's just keep that a buck.
Have you counted the number of players on the 49ers roster yet?
It's 91 now. It was 92.
Do we, including the exemptions, do we have to get to 91? Now, I'm saying 91
I think
for
you
a
have
reason.
to get to 91.
I thought you were allowed the one international exemption. Or is that on the 53? They don't count against it? Because I know we had 2 of them joints.
Well, we had 2 IPPs. So you had Isaac Alarcon, and you had Sebastian Gutierrez, but I'm not sure if Sebastian now is a regular.
His name is Sebastian?
I thought that was his first name. Oh, Alfredo. Sorry,
Yeah.
Gutierrez.
You said it so confident. I was like,
I
dang,
did.
man, I got to start paying more attention. I be slipping sometimes.
Alfredo Gutierrez, but I'm not sure if he's gonna be now no longer the international player, and does that go to Isaac?
Right.
Because you can only have
Okay.
one, right?
I thought you could only have one. I know we had two, and I'm wondering if they wanted to keep Gutierrez around. So now they add him to the regular live 90 with no exemption and then put the exemption on
Right.
the new guy. That's why I'm wondering if that's what they did.
But I don't know if the number still has to be 90.
Right. I don't know that. I don't know that either. Okay.
Or
All right.
does the
So
exemption player count? Because if so, then they're at 91.
okay.
So, I don't know where I got
And-
Sebastian from, but it sound dope.
Sebastian Janikowski. I don't know. But the random question I wanted to ask you is, what's the funniest joke you know?
I don't know any funny jokes.
What? You
don't.
like to laugh. That's wild.
I
would've
do,
never-
but I like to laugh at people's jokes.
Oh, okay.
And then after
All
that,
right.
they out my head, out my system until the next joke.
Yeah.
Like I just found out last night that there were writers. There were writers that wrote those jokes on that roast. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah, but like all of the jokes.
And the ones that didn't get written for them, the people said it at the podium, like, "Hey, this one was one of mine."
Yeah. But-
Yeah.
so I didn't know that they had like, and some of the writers' jokes didn't get read. They didn't make
yeah.
the cut.
Yeah. There was a couple times where he was like, "No, keep going, keep going, keep going." Okay, right there.
Yeah.
I wonder how did that make you feel? You think this is my moment? They're about to read my script. This is
Yo,
what
that
I wrote
has
right
to
here.
suck. Yo, that has
And-
to. You feel this. You got to feel this little.
You have a vendetta against the person that does that now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh. What's the most petty you ever been over something like that that's happened to you? Like someone just like skipped or bypassed something that you worked so hard on or whatever. Like you felt like
the
this was
most
it.
petty stuff is being so in the music business. It's super petty. So because cats will steal your stuff in a heartbeat.
Same shit happens on podcasting. I'm listening.
Oh yeah. So like being in the room. It's probably one of those reasons why I like to work alone. Like I'll work with a partner, but when you start working in the groups,
Okay.
you know, you don't know, like everybody got a connection, and it's cool doing splits on writing. That's one thing, but next thing you know, your stuff get hurt. You like my thing is me doing music and then hearing it on the radio, and I'd be like, that's my music.
Right.
Like I did the record for I did a song called Tell Me with an artist named Yummy Bigum, right? Like she's dope. She's a dope recording artist. She's from I think your area, but she moved down south or whatever. And she did a lot of like what's the stuff when you a lot of reference stuff, right? So anyway, I did the song. The producer was like, yo, I want you to redo the music because we can't clear the sample. So I replay like every instrument except for the guitar, right? Because I can't play guitar. So did the track, and so hit the producer up. The producer was like, yeah, they didn't want to go with the record. So then on iTunes, I listened to it. I'm like, yo, that's my music though. I could tell by my drum pattern and my sounds. And so, yo, it's a dog eat dog world out there, bro. Like it's crazy, bro.
Interesting, man. She actually looks familiar too. I just looked her up.
Oh yeah, you
looked
know
her up
Yummy
here.
because she's been singing. She was working with Diddy at one point. Like you'll know who she is, but she's got a lot of the vocals from the 2000s. It's her singing.
It's
and,
her.
and everybody doing the overdubs. Yo, Lake
got
City,
you.
like
I
no
got you.
cap, bro. Like it be real like that. And so like once you like, I've done so much music that didn't hurt me though. But prior to that, I was hurt. But
Yeah.
after I realized that's how the game is, you know what I mean?
And you don't come off across as like much of a tongue biter. Like if something like that happened, I could see you just flipping out, like going straight to like.
Oh, I used to flip
you
out.
opening
though.
the office door, you on your
Oh,
Dame
but
Dash
that's
joint, like,
yo, that's how I was back in like the early 2000s, yo. 2000 to 2010. that era, y'all was mean, bro. Like, I feel bad for people because I was getting, bro, I paid a manager to manage Spent Bread, and he disappeared.
Oh.
Mind you, he was managing another artist that, you know, he found me through the other artist. I ain't gonna mention his name, but he was an artist out of, you know, from here, signed to Dr. Dre Aftermath.
I could hear the pettiness in your brain thinking all the stuff your mouth is not saying.
Bro. Make a long story short, bro. Like, you just and this, you can apply this to anything in life, because even as a teacher, I used to be hated on because the kids like me. I couldn't figure it out, but that's what it was. You just gotta, you know, it's just if you gotta be a player in the game in order to become the champion of the game. Like, you gotta know how to play the game too. So, like I said, you gotta go through it, man. Like, you just gotta go through it. Like, I could talk about content create. I could talk about this world too. It's
I know. Trust me, I know, man. We all take our lumps and bumps, bro. So I figure, you know, sometimes you just gotta step back and go through it. There is no good story without
a bad story. Yeah, without ebbs and flows. Like, bro, it's got to be balanced, right? It's the yin and the yang.
It has to be. Nobody just does this. Nobody just does that. So it's cool. Yeah. It's cool. That's why you gotta love what you do and do it because you love it. Like, that's it. That's what
this comment right here. This comment right here. And it doesn't. He's applying it to the music game because Lake City is a phenomenal songwriter, recording artist. Go check out his new single too, and he put out the video. Like, that junk was dope. Go check out his new single. But phenomenal, right? But you gotta really love it. But in the beginning, when you first get in, and somebody steal your stuff, you ready to fight, hands down.
Right. Yeah,
like,
it's imagine like not even knowing that your joint was being taken and given to somebody else to even hear.
That's my
and
point.
then you hear that joint pop up, so be like, whoa, what?
And then there's no, you can't connect to them. They got a different number.
Yep. Yeah. And now then you start taking it like, wait, you ducking me? You gonna steal my joint and duck me? You got to know that.
You had to be G'd up like during the 90s to the 2010s. After that, it became different. But you had to be G'd up certified, straight up G'd up certified. All right, my bad. Like, that was dope.
Our tangents be on fire though. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I love our tangents.
And I want people to expect, like, No Harm, No Foul is the same thing. It's the same format. Like, it's just a different name of the same. It's the original. We're bringing it back to the original Gun Clapper. Doctor. I don't know if people remember that.
Yo, you like Onyx? I know you know who they are.
Onyx was one of the first CDs that I had to buy and hide in the bushes because I couldn't bring it in the house.
You couldn't. Yeah, everything was explicit.
The name of the album was Back to F Up.
Yes, all one word.
All one word, but spelled differently. Like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like that. I loved Onyx, and when I see them, I showed you the picture when I ran into Sticky Fingers at LaGuardia, right, bro? I was amped. I put it on. It was on my other account that got hacked, and I on my Instagram, and I reached out to him too, let him know I got hacked. So if people start sending you stuff, don't click on anything. Like, you know what I'm saying, for my new account.
That's my dog.
I ran into him, so it was funny, right? God, boy, we got stories for days. It was funny because I'm like, yo, who this dude wearing Louis Vuitton sneakers and had the backpack to match? I was saying it to myself because I ain't see him. He was on the airplane with me, and I ain't recognize him because he a little dude. Like, they little dudes.
They small now. Well, they always been small.
They always been.
Sticky was stocky.
No. He's still. When I say little, I mean he's smaller than me, like by height. Like when you see them, you be thinking every famous person super tall, big, like whatever. Nah, he a little dude. Yeah. So anyway, I'm like, yo, I commented. This is when I recognized it was him. I was like, yo, that hat and them sneakers, that's dope.
He ain't turn around and look at you like this.
Then he turned around and he was like, he turned around and Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BAM Show. All right, man, listen, we have to talk about these away games. That's right, 'cause Mike trying to get shot in the other eye, looking like Terry from BMF. All right, here we go. Oh, my God. So we got the away opponents, Mike. You know, how you feeling about these 8 away? Mike, you better stop laughing because I would keep laughing. Looking like Terry. So
all right. So the 8 away games. We're gonna do this like we did yesterday, right? Let's identify the toughest.
I'm not looking at the rest of the show.
I wonder how many people out there even know that Sticky Fingers is mad cross-eyed, like or lazy-eyed. I shouldn't say cross-eyed, but that
So
one.
was Biggie. A lot of people kind of had it.
Yeah.
But he was cool to put. When I complimented him on the get up, he was cool. And then we ran into each other again outside after we got our luggage. He was trying to get a ride. And I was waiting for my ride, and then that's when we took the flick or whatever, and whatever. He was cool. Sticky was cool.
So let me ask this question real quick, and then we get off it. I promise. Does he actually talk the way like he does in radio interviews? Like, yeah,
Yes.
man, you know,
Yeah.
He talks that way
His
too?
the grimy voice. I heard him on the phone, and I was like, oh, that's Sticky.
Oh, okay. Because Busta Rhymes really talks and moves.
He's
and, like,
animated the same way.
the way that he,
Yeah.
So, and but it's a lot of people who are not the persona that they give off
Because
also.
they're
it's
in
more
character.
people that are not. Yeah,
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. It's more.
No,
people
that
are
was
not.
really him. That was really him.
Okay.
All
cool,
right. So
cool.
back to the away game. So what were you saying?
Let's try to identify the toughest road game for the 49ers here. Now, the one that's furthest away, other than when we go across seas and we don't know which team that's going to be for.
So is it confirmed that we're going across seas? Because I
No.
felt like it was confirmed last year, and then it didn't happen. Do you think they do that again?
It's possible, actually. It is possible. Because, you know, how many premier teams go overseas? Now, is Buffalo considered a premier team? They haven't been in a
Yes,
in a
because
Super
they're
Bowl.
always they're the new Patriots of the AFC East. Like they run it. It has to go through them
okay.
now.
Okay, because they send Buffalo overseas. They don't hesitate to send them there. I'm trying to think of what other teams I've seen. I've seen Detroit overseas. You definitely see Jacksonville overseas. I just feel like you don't often see like the premier team. Oh, I can't talk. They sent Kansas City overseas last year, didn't they?
I thought they were they a Germany game? I know the Patriots were a Germany game, but they weren't. They're not premier anymore. But they're still the
Right.
Patriots, you know.
So
Do you
if they're
think
going to
that?
do it with,
Do you think it comes down to owners? Because today, I just found out there was a story out there. Shout out to Eddie G and the B-Dogs, man. Thank you for the super chat contribution. He says, what up, faithful? See you in Tampa. That's right. It'll be nice and warm down that way, man. See you
No
in
matter
Tampa,
what.
dog. No matter when, right? Do you think the owners can pay like they weigh to get their team to play on
Yes.
primetime TV? I was trying to
Yes.
make it rhyme.
I saw what you were trying to do. I do think that those games are up for grabs inside the circles of those who know, because I think if you look at the teams, this is going to sound so bad, right? But if you look at the teams that typically play overseas, they're the ones that need to get numbers to their fan bases. Think about the Jacksonvilles. Even think about the Kansas City Chiefs, right? We look at the Chiefs and from a football mind, that's a really good team. That's a good organization. Chiefs fans represent this much of the NFL pie, right?
Okay.
You got the Cowboys who got a whole slice. You got the 49ers who got a whole slice. You even, whether you respect them or not, the Raiders got a nice size slice as well.
They got a pretty big fan base. You're right.
The fan base, right? The Chiefs don't. The Chiefs don't have that kind of fan base. The Jacksonville Jaguars don't have. The Buffalo Bills, I don't know. I feel like Buffalo Bills fans are out there, but they're not there. They're not there. Like, I would think Washington probably has a bigger fan base than Buffalo. And I know that sounds crazy because Washington fans will just leave that stadium abandoned. We're not paying for crap until y'all get good again. But Washington really took off after that, 4 years in a row with Super Bowl appearances. Like, that was a dynasty minus one of those wins. You know what I'm saying? So, or was that Buffalo that did that? That was Washington that did that.
I thought Buffalo did the 4.
Was it Buffalo that did the 4?
Yeah. And they lost all 4.
Yeah, they lost. Oh, yeah. It was Buffalo. Okay, so I'm saying it backwards. Buffalo has a bigger fan base than
They
Washington.
lost to
But
Washington in one of those Super Bowls.
that's what it was. Washington took it from them. Yes, that's what it was. So their slice of the pie ain't that big, but it should be bigger. So I think that they can go out there and pay for, hey, let's go over here and just get some more fans from somewhere else. And when we hit the ground, we're going to sign anything that comes our way. You know what I mean? We're going to take pictures with anybody who's holding up a camera, and then we're going to go out there and just try to spread the word. Now, one fan becomes a household, and so on and so forth. I do think they could do it.
It's interesting, right? Because when I look at the schedule for the away games, I don't think it'll be Green Bay. It could potentially be Minnesota, but they don't have a quarterback.
Miami don't play winning teams well. They lose all of them.
Right, so they're not going to send Miami across sea. Are we talking about the across sea game?
No. I want to know which game you think is going to be the toughest. Look at the away schedule and tell me which opponent.
It's going to be Green Bay. I think it's going to be Green Bay. I think we might lose to Buffalo. That doesn't make it the toughest game. But I think the toughest game is going to be Green Bay. We might still beat Green Bay, but it's going to be the toughest game. Does that make sense? I think for some reason Green Bay without Aaron Rodgers is a better contestant for against the 49ers. They played us tough. I'm not going to front. Now they don't have Aaron Jones, but they did get another running back. So I'm curious to see that. And Jordan Love gave
such an interesting thing you just said.
What did
Is Green Bay better without Aaron Rodgers?
For the Niners, yes. But for some reason, against the Niners, yes. I'm sorry. But for some reason, they could not win. Like, Kyle took out Aaron Rodgers.
Easily.
And that was when he had Devontae Adams, who still cooked. Still cooked, because they would put him in the slot. That was the guy I was saying, like, you put him in the slot, you move these guys around, they could be dangerous. I was trying to say that yesterday when we talked about DK Metcalf lining up in the slot. But listen, I think Green Bay, for some reason, they don't got a bunch of, they kind of are like the Niners of the NFC North. They got a young quarterback. They got talent. They're not superstar, like, way up there. They got great talent, and they could run the ball. They have the same damn system. It was Aaron Rodgers may just not have fit the system. What if Aaron Rodgers just didn't fit the system?
Aaron Rodgers goes to a system and destroys it.
That's why That's why I'm not worried about the Jets.
He's a parasite. He's a parasite.
It's not just that that's true, but that's not what I'm trying to say. But that's fine. That's what you're saying. I'm saying that Aaron Rodgers is a system, and I don't think he fits the system. And we did want Aaron Rodgers here, but it wouldn't be this system. We would lose. Kyle Shanahan and Aaron Rodgers would have each other. That needs to be a roast. He might be a quarterback that might take the roast. Like, you ask me a football player, it could be Aaron Rodgers. I think he'll do well in a roast.
Yeah, I can see that. He's got that weird, quirky sense of humor. It seems like nothing can affect him. He's been getting roasted his whole life on social media, and he don't run from it either. So I can see that. I think Aaron Rodgers and Kyle would literally and physically fight in the locker room. Like, it would.
Facts.
I think they would come to blows in the locker room. I'm not even kidding.
Like, at halftime, blows. Not blow, but blows. Like, yeah.
And I think Green Bay is a really good pick. The only team I'm going to give a little bit more of a nod to is Buffalo. And not because I think that we lose to Buffalo, but if we get Buffalo anytime after mid-November, and we got to go that way.
We got to go that way.
That time change and all that stuff. Oh, man. Don't let it be a 1 o'clock game on the East Coast.
It's time change. Do you think it gets colder in Buffalo or Green Bay during that winter? Because Green Bay gets really cold.
Oh, here we go. Let's look it up. Green Bay average temperature versus Buffalo. Here we go.
I don't want to go off of average temperature, but there's a certain time, like in January, that you don't want to go to Green Bay. Because for some reason, they get really cold. They called it the frozen tundra, for God's sakes.
All right. Green Bay average winter temperature. How about that? We'll specify.
Okay.
You pick the month, and I'll tell you the temperature. January, the high is 26, the low is 9.
Okay, and Buffalo.
All right, here we go. So what I say, 26-9?
Yeah, high 26, low 9.
Buffalo. High 31, low 20. So you were right. You were right. By a lot, too, by the way. 20-9 is a big difference, bro.
And we're just talking about cold. We didn't factor in the wind chill factor. We didn't factor in precipitation. We didn't factor in any of that.
Buffalo will get the snow.
They would get the snow, which automatically makes it colder, right?
Heavy.
Yeah. So the elements, right? Now, it can snow in Green Bay, but it's more than likely going to snow around that time in Buffalo.
Now, which of the local opponents, division opponents, are you most worried about? Like when we got to go to their house, it's always tough to play.
I hate playing in Seattle. Oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't know I was going to do that to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man.
I hate playing there, bro. I hate going there. I hate playing there. It's something about Seattle. I feel like Arizona, that's their home away from home, and LA is Levi South.
That's Levi South. So
it's Seattle for me. Mm-hmm.
All right, so pop the schedule back up here real quick, and with these last 3.5 minutes, what's going on, Stu? How you doing, big dog? With these last 3.5 minutes, here's what we'll do: pick the opponents for prime time.
Okay, now we talking. Because I got 5 total primetime games, and I felt like I gave them all home games. So I think
6 is the cap for any team. Or no, it starts with 5, and you could be flexed into a 6, right?
That's what I thought, but there might have been a team with 6 last year. The only primetime game, it could be 2 primetime away games. I think Buffalo is 1, and Seattle is 1. Because Seattle usually gets that Thanksgiving, Christmas-esque type of Thursday night football type of, or Sunday night football. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I only have the 49ers with 4 primetime games right now.
Okay. How many away?
2.
What are they?
I have the Lions. Oh, wait, you want all of them or just the 2?
Just the away ones.
Oh, I got Buffalo and Miami.
Okay. Because that Miami just sounds like a Sunday night game.
Miami sounds like a fun game.
Like on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Where it's lit up. I that might have been is that my 5th? I can't remember. I have 5 total.
Yeah, I don't think people want to see the Cowboys versus Niners again. I think
they do.
Like we
don't,
really,
but I think people do. Like the Cowboys fans literally want to beat the Niners. And I think it's got to be televised. Like
the replay of the Super Bowl has to be televised, right?
It's televised, but it doesn't have to be prime time.
Shit.
I don't remember last year's Super Bowl. Was last year's Super Bowl Detroit and not Detroit.
They don't always rematch. Eagles and
Chiefs. Was that prime? I don't remember that being prime time.
Did they play each other last year?
I felt like they did. But if they don't rematch, I'm cool with it. Hurricane 774 says, "How about the Jets?" Now listen,
that was November 20th and the 23rd. That was Sunday. I don't know what time it played though. I could check though.
As far as me, the Jets, I just don't think the Jets have earned that. I don't care if Aaron Rodgers is there. I don't see it being a primetime game for me. And they're coming to us too. Yeah, I think we're going to bust their tail. I just don't think Aaron Rodgers could beat the 49ers. Not this 49ers. Like, not this regime.
If he can't beat this one, his career versus the Niners is true to the dash.
It's already true to the dash.
Yeah, how many times has he beat the Niners? What, 2, 3?
Not this. It depends on which regime, but not this regime.
I'm over his whole career. Mister, I'm going to make them pay for not taking.
All right, why are you looking that up? I'll get there.
All right, I can't see what time this game was. All right, what time was Eagles?
He's 6-3 though. He has a winning record over the Niners.
No way.
6-3. He beat. You got to go back to 2009.
That's true. You really do got to go ways back.
And like I said, this regime though, he's struggling.
Oh, it was a prime time. Chiefs Eagles was 8:15 p.m.
Oh, it was a night game. So
It was Monday. Yeah, it was a Monday night game.
Okay. So like I'm assuming that they'll play again. Chiefs Niners, like Nigel says, the only thing is, will it be a primetime game? That's the question.
Right.
I
think it will be.
It could be. It could be. I feel like they haven't. Well, because it was I think it will be only because it was a Super Bowl. Like it was the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because otherwise, I don't want to see us get beat on prime
This
time.
would be right. They're coming to us. This would be a 4:15 game, which is what I'm hoping it is. Kylie wants to know, Wayne, what's worse, Seattle or Philly? Oh, Philly, hands down.
Yeah, yo, wait. It depends on what he's talking about. For the team or for the fans?
For the fans is Philly, and even for the team. Like I just don't like playing in Seattle, but I hate playing in Philly.
I got to go to a game with you in Philly. I have a blast. Yeah,
we
Philly.
got to go to the game the next time.
And I'll be looking for smoke. And if the rumors are true, what I heard about y'all last year,
yeah,
it might go a different way if I'm there.
I mean, it took a lot
y'all
for me to go
y'all on the walk-in.
Yeah, so like it took if it wasn't for like literally like an angel, in my ear, like it was going the other way. But I don't want that. That's why I'm not even feeling football.
I don't want that either. But so maybe here's the thing with me. Maybe this is why I get along.
Seattle fans aren't like that. So Seattle fans are totally different. Like they're more welcoming. And then when the game starts, it's all about football.
It's not a lot of bad fan bases when you visit their home stadiums, believe it or not.
I agree.
Don't let social media stuff fool you. Philly fans will get there. They will. They're nasty. They like to talk junk. But also people have to get used to the Northeast smack talk. Like,
the Philly, it ain't just Northeast smack talk. It's a little different. Like it's personal. It's personal talk. Like they done researched you and they waiting to throw the roast shots at you. Like you don't even know me. And it be from little kids to females, and there's less smack talk from the adults, the males.
Right. Well, that's the male. That's why I said I think people have to get used to it. Right. Out up here, it's like, yeah, F you. They say it like to you because of what you're wearing. They don't know you. They're just like, F you, supreme disrespect. You're going to crush you today. We're going to kick your ass today. Like that's how the mindset is. Like verbal disrespect, but I don't know you because if you were walking down the street in that same white T-shirt, I wouldn't say anything to you.
Correct.
So it's like it's the way I've been to New York Giants games. It's the same kind of thing, right? But I also know so many Eagles fans and stuff. So like I'll walk through the crowd and play a game of cornhole with them real quick. So maybe because of that, I don't get the heckling that other people get. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But we got to go.
Yeah, we do. Cowboy fans are so scared of losing that they really don't say nothing,
right,
until they win.
After the game,
when they win,
it's like front one or trash talk.
Yes. Cowboy fan, when they win, they turn into complete hoes, like straight up. Mm-hmm. We absolutely did see the roast, and I wish we had a way we could just talk about the roast for like the whole time, because that
right.
But
it was phenomenal.
It was phenomenal. Yeah, it was a phenomenon, and it was phenomenal. And shout out to everybody that put it together. But that roast was spot on, and I would like to see more. They asked Charles. I think it was who did they ask? Oh, they asked a Boston Celtics person that does the news, covers the news. They asked like, could they had see any NBA players like kind of being like taking a roast like that or whatever. And so then the dude asked him about it being Michael Jordan. He's like, that shit would have lasted 15 minutes and then they would have went to hands. Like it would have went straight hands. I'm trying to tell you, Mike, people, you gotta have the personality of a cucumber to like.
I think LeBron would
that.
do a roast. I think LeBron would do a roast, but there's two things about LeBron. One, I think he would go into it thinking I can handle it, and I think when he started taking it personal, he would sit there and just show like I gotta let people know I can take it. I gotta let people know I can take it, so I can't let them see me getting affected by it.
So he gonna have to say, because LeBron kind of got that Tom Brady-ish mentality. I think you know what I mean. Yeah. Because yeah. So LeBron looked like he'll laugh too.
See,
especially if it's Kevin Hart.
Nigel's asking what I asked yesterday. Who on the 49ers could take a roast? And I said Shanahan.
You
I
said
think
Kyle
maybe it would be
Shanahan.
one.
Yeah.
You said Kittle.
I think Kittle could take the roast and give something back. I don't think it's any other player going hands. Jawan Jennings, hands. Debo.
Hold on now. What about Trent Williams? Trent Williams really don't care about a lot of stuff. I don't think you can affect Trent. Trent's had real life stuff happen to him where little jokes ain't gonna affect him.
Bro, bro. You from your logic, you were right. But they gonna dig deep. And they gonna find something that's gonna make him. I just rewatched him punch Richard Sherman in the face. Bro. And going back to when it happened, like a little love tap. Nah. It was full extension in the pads. Sherman took it on the chin, though. I ain't going front. He took it on the chin. He ain't got no glass jaw. But I didn't expect. Nah. We watched this dude body slam a dude.
Were they on the same team together?
No.
Did they both play here at the same time? It was a year apart?
No. They were together. I didn't know what you were talking about. I thought you meant when that happened. Nah, they was on the same team.
I know that was Washington.
It was Sherman's
Seattle.
last year, I believe.
Oh, snap. Okay.
But
I still think he could take a roast though. Like that was football emotions and stuff coming out. That's what that was, man.
Yeah, but if they bring up that, they're gonna bring up that. Like
you knocked the snot out of Richard Sherman. That's not gonna make me feel bad.
They're gonna ask. They're gonna like. I don't know. You're right. I just want to end the show with saying that the San Francisco 49ers are number 3 since 2010 per CBS Sports with the most playoff wins at 13. They are 3 behind the Patriots and the mother freaking Chiefs.
Since what year?
2010.
Oh, so that's Harbaugh and Shanahan together.
Yep. Just want to put that in there. And you know, damn. I don't know what Patrick Mahomes would have been like if he was drafted by the Niners, but
so real quick, we went over all of the opponents, right?
Yep.
Where do you think the 49ers fall in strength of schedule this year? We don't know. Now, strength of schedule is just based off of opponents' wins and losses. It is not about the actual schedule they put together. But where do you think the 49ers fall this year?
In strength of schedule, probably somewhere mid-tier.
It is dead on mid-tier. We are tied for 12th or 15th, depending on how you look at it, because it's all .50. It's .505.
Bro, it's just the way the cards be written for this team, bro.
Yeah.
So to say that to say this, the San Francisco 49ers, once the schedule is released, they better not play with their food. And that to me is gonna piss me all the way off. Mm-hmm. Don't play with your food. Like, eat it straight up every single week. Go out there, eat your food, like, and eat it all. Like, don't play around with it, because that's where they did that last year, Mike. I felt like they were playing around with their food and they took some L's. And I'm not saying that the Niners are gonna go undefeated, but they have the ability to literally go undefeated. Like, literally. They got it. Just don't play with their food. They just got to come in all business.
Okay. We out of here? We done?
We done.
Okay. All right. We live all the time, kicking it with the fam, bro. That's Breezy. I'm Mike, and this is The BAM Show.